Hello and welcome to Memory Lane. Today we will look back at the 1974 American TV series Little House on the Prairie. We will revisit the cast of the series and see how they changed over the years. I will also tell you some interesting or funny trivial facts you probably did not know. Melissa Gilbert was 10 years in 1974 and is 58 years old in 2022. Michael Landon died at the age of 55 years in 1991 from pancreatic and liver cancer. Karen Grassle was 32 years in 1974 and is 80 years old in 2022. Rachel Lindsay Greenbush was 4 years in 1974 and is 52 years old in 2022. Michael Landon wore 4-inch lifts in the series. Sidney Greenbush was 4 years in 1974 and is 52 years old in 2022. Melissa Sue Anderson was 11 years in 1974 and is 60 years old in 2022. Katherine MacGregor died at the age of 94 years in 2018 from undisclosed causes. Richard Bull died at the age of 90 years in 2014 from pneumonia. Back in the 1800s, one of the main evening meals was beef stew. Throughout the series, when the Ingalls sat down to eat, they were eating Dinty beef stew, and on the nights they would have fried chicken for dinner, they were eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. Jonathan Gilbert was 7 years in 1974 and is 55 years old in 2022. Kevin Hagen died at the age of 77 years in 2005 from esophageal cancer. Alison Arngrim was 12 years in 1974 and is 60 years old in 2022. Matthew Labyorteaux was 9 years in 1974 and is 55 years old in 2022. According to Karen Grassle, Michael Landon considered his television son Matthew Labyorteaux as his actual son. Dabs Greer died at the age of 90 years in 2007 from kidney and heart ailment. Dean Butler was 23 years in 1974 and is 66 years old in 2022. Brenda Turnbow was 1 year in 1974 and is 45 years old in 2022. Wendy Turnbow was 1 year in 1974 and is 45 years old in 2022. The real-life Laura Ingalls Wilder was born on February 7, 1867, and died on February 10, 1957. Victor French died at the age of 55 years in 1989 from lung cancer. Merlin Oleson died at the age of 69 years in 2010 from malignant pleural mesothelioma. Charlotte Stewart was 33 years in 1974 and is 81 years old in 2022. Patrick Labyorteaux was 11 years in 1974 and is 57 years old in 2022. Alison Arngrim originally auditioned for the role of Laura Ingalls, then for Mary Ingalls. When she auditioned for Nellie Oleson, she was hired on the spot. Carl Swenson died at the age of 70 years in 1978 from heart attack. Ketty Lester was 42 years in 1974 and is 88 years old in 2022. Linwood Boomer was 22 years in 1974 and is 67 years old in 2022. Prairie was 31 years in 1974 and is 77 years old in 2022. Alison Arngrim and Melissa Gilbert were good friends in real life. They used to play territory wars on the set. Alison Balson was 11 years in 1974 and is 52 years old in 2022. Bonnie Bartlett was 45 years in 1974 and is 93 years old in 2022. Jason Bateman was 12 years in 1974 and is 53 years old in 2022. Melissa Francis was 8 years in 1974 and is 49 years old in 2022. Out of the many young girls who auditioned for the role of Laura Ingalls, Michael Landon was so certain that Melissa Gilbert was the perfect candidate that hers was the only screen test he sent to the producers at NBC. Leslie Landon was 12 years in 1974 and is 60 years old in 2022. Michelle Downey as Susan Sue Goodspeed. Shannon Doherty was 11 years in 1978 and is 51 years old in 2022. Kyle Richards was 6 years in 1978 and is 53 years old in 2022. Melissa Gilbert appeared in 191 of the series' 205 episodes, more than anyone else. Michael Landon appeared in 177 episodes. Steve Tracy died at the age of 34 years in 1986 from AIDS. Tracy Savage was 11 years in 1978 and is 60 years old in 2022. Michael Landon did not know how to play a fiddle.